A Russian Soyuz capsule parachuted safely back to Earth on Tuesday. 3 astronauts were on board. They spent nearly 6 months on the International Space Station. NASA TV showed U.S. astronaut Mike Fossum, Japan's Satoshi Furukawa, and Russian cosmonaut Sergei Volkov landing in central Kazakhstan at about 55 miles north of the town of Arkalik. NASA said the Soyuz capsule landed on its side, which is not unusual in windy conditions. The three men spent a total of 167 days in space, and the return trip took about 3.5 hours. This is the first landing since NASA retired its space shuttles this summer. The closure of NASA's shuttle program means that Russian spaceships are the only way to carry goods and crews to the International Space Station, which is shared by 16 nations. This will continue happening until commercial firms develop the ability to transport crews.
This often happens to astronauts in extended spaceflight as a result of less weight on their body. This causes fall-related injuries and may cause 20 or even 40% muscle loss. Astronauts who were in the best shape often return with the most damage. All return with the muscle tone of an 80-year-old man. On average, astronauts lose 35% of their muscle capacity to produce force and 20% of their velocity. Both of these factors contributed to a 45% loss in power required for strong, quick motions.
The muscle volume and peak power decrease. Our anti-gravity muscles such as calf, quadriceps, and back and neck are affected the most.
Short-term effects include several key systems of the body to relax, and your sense of up and down may get confused. You also lose some coordination due to sensory-motor impairment.
It usually takes an astronaut a month or so to recover, or 1 day on Earth for every 1 day in space.
When astronauts get back on Earth, the astronaut has to work out a couple hours a day and work on balance as well as do blood tests. Scientists have developed what they hope will be a better workout device for space called the Advanced Resistance Exercise Device, or RED, which was sent to the ISS last year. The device offers more resistance than the previous workout regimen.
In space, astronauts currently exercise 2.5 hours a day and are in top shape before the mission takes place. Crew must maintain their strength for emergency landings and mission objectives.
Some fun facts about muscles in space are that if you went to Mars, by the time you got there, you would not even be able to perform simple tasks on the Martian surface. The astronauts wouldn't even be able to make an emergency exit if they needed to.
This is because your body gets rid of unnecessary tissues, which are muscles, leaving you with muscles like an 80-year-old.